Yes, once again, welcome to this exciting episode. And now, or rather today, we also have got another prominent person, a very important person in this youth ministry in the Kenya coast field. We have our able leader here, and today we have none other than Karombo. I normally call her Nyakarombo. Karibu kwa hii channel.
Thank you.
Yes, maybe you may introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, I'm Karombo Josephine, that just as my brother has said, and coming to you from a Kenya Coast Field, one of the master guys in Kenya Coast Field, and at the same time an evangelist. I have passion for young people, and my greatest desire is to lead them into a saving relationship with Jesus Christ. Okay, I just want to say that our CAcaMPOREE, first of all, we want to thank God because it has been a whole year since we were together last year, and God has given us another chance to be here today. And actually for these 10 days, I just want to say that we thank God for bringing us this far. And I can also say that our CAcaMPOREE this year, I want to believe is a blessing to all of us. Based on the fact that we are in a completely new environment, and at the same time the lessons, the classes are running on very well. The instructors of the year are very responsible, and at the same time I also want to thank our Pastor Maxwell Mwashigadi, for being part and parcel of this to ensure that the young people spend their time qualitatively in a way that gives glory to the name of God. I just want to say that so far so good. From the day we entered into this place to date, I want to say that things have been working on well, because number one, the first objective we need to achieve as leaders when we are here is to ensure that all delegates who entered into this place have actually joined classes and learned the honors that were intended to be taught them. And I'm also pleased to see that today, as I was speaking with some few pathfinders, I came to realize that from the day the honors began to date, some have managed to actually attend up to 5 honor classes, which actually shows the commitment first of the pathfinder and the seriousness of the club director. As usual, challenges must be there. And the greatest challenge of all automatically is always the water challenge. Because where we are, there is no sufficient supply, and at times we get challenged, but we want to thank God because since Sunday it has been sorted out, and at least every campsite can access water for basic use. So far we had the water challenge, but we can thank God that now it has been sorted out. We can at least get water. We are not lacking. What I can say is that in every organization, strategy is important. And the other challenge that I've forgotten to mention is the availability of a lot of snakes. I don't know whether they knew we were coming to run about reptiles here, so they decided to avail themselves so that we can study them as we see them. But that has been a challenge, and some directors have become fearful, but I also want to thank God because none has been injured for the same. So God has been faithful, and what I want to say is that as usual, for every mistake that you experience, there is always something that you learn. So that as you plan for another event, you can learn from the challenges you got, and at the same time see what to do to better the event that is to come after this. So for instance, if I can use the water challenge, I just want to say that next time, in case we are going to somewhere where there is no sufficient water, we put a good strategy to ensure that the water supply is sufficient for all the delegates. And for the issue, maybe sometimes we go to places that we have harmful animals. We also need to take precautions to ensure that our kids are safe, and even us. And that can all be done like here. We needed to use some antidotes to keep the snakes off the campsite. Which I think next time, depending on where we shall be going, we will have to assess the place, understand the real need or the adequate preparations we need to make to ensure that we are safe and the camp runs out smoothly without any problem. I just want to invite them all that for those who have children between age 10 to 15, this is the place they belong. We empower our children in their spiritual lives and also teach them life skills, how they can survive far away from their parents, And we even introduce them to domestic duties that they don't do at home, because as we understand, the generation we have today, most parents have house heads, and therefore our children don't do domestic duties. But when they attend CAcaMPOREE, teachers take their time to teach them the basic duties or the house course. And as they live here, at least they can do 1, 2, 3 things. So I just want to tell my viewers, wherever they are, that the best place for your children to be is no other place than at the feet of Jesus, because here we care much about the spiritual growth of our children. Why? Because that is what have their eternity. So spiritual life of our children should be first priority. As we sit down to plan, as we enter into the year 2024, let the spiritual life of our children be a priority. Number 2, I just want to invite those with the children within this age bracket, that is age 10 to 15, that anytime you hear a friend inviting your child to an event, even if you're not a Seventh-day Adventist, take advantage of that chance, avail your child. They will never be the same again after the event. So I just want to extend my invitation to both Adventists and non-Adventists, that there is no better place for our children to be than at the feet of Jesus.